Believe it or not, St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, was not Irish. That's right, the man associated with shamrocks and the Emerald Isle was actually born in Britain. In the late 4th century, a young boy named Maewyn Succat lived a relatively normal life in Roman Britain, but his world was turned upside down when Irish raiders stormed his village, kidnapped him, and brought him to Ireland as a slave. After 6 long years of captivity, Maewyn escaped and returned to his homeland, but Ireland had left an indelible mark on him. Eventually, he would return to the land of his captors, not as a slave, but as a missionary, adopting the name Patrick. His mission? To spread Christianity among the Irish people. So this St. Patrick's Day, as you sport your green attire and enjoy your corned beef and cabbage, remember the man behind the holiday. The man who would become the symbol of Irish culture and heritage was, ironically, not Irish at all. So, how did a British slave become Ireland's most celebrated saint? And what's the story behind St. Patrick's Day? Let's journey back to the late 4th century. A young British boy named Maewyn Succat was living a normal life until one fateful day when Irish raiders captured him and sold him into slavery. For 6 long years, Maewyn toiled as a shepherd, yet during this time he found solace in his faith. Eventually, he claimed to have had a divine vision that guided him to escape and return to Britain. Upon his return, Maewyn felt a call to religious life. He studied and was ordained as a priest, taking on the name we know him by Tade, Patrick. But his story doesn't end there. Patrick felt a strong pull to return to the land of his captivity. He believed it was his mission to convert the Irish to Christianity. So, back to Ireland he went. This time not as a slave, but as a missionary. Patrick used familiar symbols, like the shamrock, to explain complex Christian concepts. It's said that he used the 3 leaves of the shamrock to illustrate the Holy Trinity, thus making it a lasting symbol of both St. Patrick and Ireland. St. Patrick's Day, celebrated on the 17th of March, originated as a feast day in his honor. The 17th is believed to be the day of his death, and thus it became a day to commemorate his life and his role in spreading Christianity across Ireland. The day was officially recognized by the Catholic Church in the early 17th century and became a holy day of obligation for Irish Catholics. In Ireland, St. Patrick's Day was traditionally a solemn religious occasion. Families would attend church, and the Lenten restrictions on eating and drinking alcohol would be lifted for the day. It was not just a celebration of St. Patrick, but of Irish culture and Christianity itself. St. Patrick's Day was not just a celebration of the saint, but of Irish culture and Christianity itself. From a religious feast day in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day has evolved into a global celebration. How did that happen? Well, to trace this journey, we need to look at the great waves of Irish immigration, notably during the 19th century. Fleeing famine and seeking better opportunities, many Irish people journeyed across the Atlantic, bringing their customs, traditions, and, of course, St. Patrick's Day with them. In the United States, these Irish immigrants found themselves in a new land, far from home. They clung to their traditions, not only as a way to remember their homeland, but also as a means of creating a sense of community. St. Patrick's Day, in particular, was a day when they could celebrate their Irish heritage proudly. This celebration caught the attention of their new neighbors, and over time, the day transformed from a little-known feast day into a community event. By the mid-20th century, St. Patrick's Day had morphed into an all-out extravaganza of everything Irish. Cities like New York, Boston, and Chicago, with their large Irish populations, led the way with grand parades, rivers dyed green, and, yes, even the infamous green beer. But the celebration wasn't limited to the United States. As the Irish diaspora spread across the globe, so did St. Patrick's Day. Today, it's celebrated in places as diverse as Argentina, Japan, and Australia. Yet, despite its global spread, the essence of the day remains the same. It's a day to honor St. Patrick, yes, but also a day to celebrate Irish culture and heritage. It's a day of parades and shamrocks, of music and dancing, of camaraderie and community. And so, St. Patrick's Day, a celebration that began with a British slave in Ireland, has now become a global phenomenon, a testament to the enduring spirit and rich culture of the Irish people. Whether you're in Dublin or Denver, Sydney or Singapore, on March 17th, everyone can be a little bit Irish.